This week in U.S. immigration news, we are going to cover: immigration case backlog continues to grow, Texas sues to stop immigration parole program, families separated at the border, migrants asked to use app to seek U.S. asylum, USCIS extends COVID-19 related flexibilities, asylum applicants can now file Form I-765 online, ICE releases migrants affected by data breach. An ongoing problem in the U.S. immigration system is the growing backlog in immigration cases. The backlog consists of more than 11 million cases across the Department of Justice and the Department of Homeland Security. The 11 million cases are split between the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services Office and others inside the Executive Office for Immigration Review. Included in the backlog are a variety of cases such as DACA recipients, asylum seekers, spouses of U.S. citizens, and green card visa applicants. The backlog is mainly a result of the pandemic. Immigration and Customs Enforcement released about 3,000 immigrants whose personal information was released through an agency data breach. In November, agency officials accidentally posted on ICE's website the names, birthdates, nationalities and detention locations of 6,252 immigrants who claimed to be fleeing their home country due to torture or persecution. Immigrant advocates were concerned about this data breach because it could put the safety of these immigrants at risk. The information was up on the agency's website for about 5 hours. About 2,900 immigrants named in the leak have been released from ICE custody. An additional 2,200 are still in custody and are having their cases reviewed for possible release. Texas and 19 other states sued the Biden administration this week, seeking to stop the use of a new program for asylum seekers proposed by the administration. The administration plans to accept 30,000 Cuban, Venezuelan, Haitian and Nicaraguan migrants every month but would also immediately expel these migrants to Mexico if they are apprehended at the border. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton says the lawsuit alleges that the Biden administration's plan violates the precepts of immigration parole. The lawsuit says the parole program established by the department fails each of the law's 3 limiting factors. It is not case by case, is not for urgent humanitarian reasons, and advances no significant public benefit. Non-parental separations have been occurring at the border under a U.S. law designed to shield asylum-seeking minors from child traffickers and other threats, yet the policy has been separating some families. Non-parents, which includes grandparents, aunts and older siblings, are separated from migrant youth along the border. Casey Revkin, executive director of Each Step Home, a nonprofit that helps detained migrant children and their families along the southern border, explained the group has assisted 2 grandmothers and an aunt over the past month that were separated from the minors they were traveling with. Although the family members provided documentation that they were the main caregivers, they were still separated from the children. People in Mexico seeking asylum in the U.S. are now being asked to use a mobile app to be pre-screened. Immigration advocates are concerned over how the data collected from the app will be used and the large number of migrants who might lack the accessibility to technology to use it. The app has already been in use by Customs and Border Protection for some purposes. Now that the app will be used for pre-screening migrants, those who qualify will be given appointments for a date and port of entry where they are permitted to enter the U.S. to begin their asylum request process. The app is also being used for people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua and Venezuela with sponsors in the U.S. to start the process to get humanitarian parole in the country. USCIS is extending certain COVID-19 related flexibilities through March 23, 2023. Currently, these flexibilities allow USCIS to consider a response received within 60 calendar days after the due date set forth in the following requests or notices before taking any action, if the request or notice was issued between March 1, 2020 and March 23, 2023. This includes requests for evidence continuances to request evidence notices of intent to deny notices of intent to revoke notices of intent to rescind notices of intent to terminate regional centers notices of intent to withdraw temporary protected status and motions to reopen an N-400 pursuant to 8 CFR 335.5, receipt of derogatory information after grant. USCIS announced that certain asylum applicants can now file Form I-765 application for employment authorization, online applicants for employment authorization under category, pending asylum and withholding of removal applicants and applicants for pending asylum under the ABC Settlement Agreement, may file Form I-765 online. To apply for an employment authorization document under the category, applicants may file the form 150 days after filing an asylum application.
Friends, show us some love and smash the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have an immigration problem or need a second opinion because you cannot get a hold of your own lawyer, schedule a meeting with our team. Share information with our CARES team and they will help you get scheduled with our legal team. Now here's a secret code to unlock the free 15 minutes.